just a cool thing to be a part of, and I cannot tell you how jealous I am right now.
Kyle, you read my mind. Okay, about 10 minutes ago, Julio and I were sitting in the Dodger dugout, and I said, hey, man, we did pretty good for being locked in our little cage, and that's literally what we're in out here on the infield. The camera, Julio's camera, can only go so far, so the players basically have to come to us. I have to say, Mookie, can we get 2 questions? And he's got to come over. And, we did pretty good. We got about 6 or 7 guys today, and that's like what you said, Kyle, because guys want to come over, they want to talk, they're excited to be here. It's the beginning of it all. Even the bad teams are excited to be in the ballpark today. So, I mean, you know what? It makes our job a lot easier. My job was pretty easy today.
It really does, and it's killing me. Unfortunately, I had eye surgery a couple weeks ago, and I can't be out in the bright sun right now.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so that's why I'm cooped up in here. I'm delighted to be with you, Marla.
Right.
No offense
Marla.
whatsoever, but Gerard drew the short straw, and he's down in the field. Well, Gerard's great. Enjoy it. Soak it in, my friend. I think of all the opening days I've attended. I'm so grateful for all of them. So have a blast, and let's hope for a big Dodger win.
Yeah.
All right, let's go upstairs.
We'll have all the highlights in postgame tonight.
Okay, very good. Thanks, Gerard. We're going to go upstairs. Let's get a bird's eye view of the stadium. It's always fun to look down as the fans file in. We're trying hard. So we will have
up there.
Skyfox
flying around. We got the shot from overhead.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think we do.
We'll get to that in a second.
All right, we're going to go to Phil though first. On the ground, out front.
Yeah.
He's welcome, literally like the usher.
He's in a great spot, yeah, because Phil is right there. If you know Vin Scully Avenue, that's right where you go up the hill and you go right into Dodger Stadium. You go into that main entrance there. That's Gate A at Dodger Stadium. So he's at the crossroads there where fans are walking up that hill and walking in. So he's been attacking them and getting them to talk to him. And some great stories. I love the opening day stories, Phil.
Yeah, thanks. It's so much fun to be out here. I mean, the sun's been shining, bright blue skies, a little warm. The gates opened about an hour ago. The traffic's crazy, but people are walking up. And I've been wanting to do this all day. We have a special guest, Jennifer Fisher Golden. There's Dodger fans, Kyle and Marla, and then there's Dodger fans. And what makes you a super fan is that you and your husband actually got married here at the stadium a few years ago?
Yeah, we got married on home plate. So it was during the pandemic, 2021, so all of our guests could come and be outside at a place where we celebrated so many things, and we got to celebrate our nuptials.
How great was that?
Awesome. It was fantastic.
It was during the season, right? And obviously an off day.
It was during the season. Yeah, you can only get married here when there's not an event. And not just Dodgers events. Can't be a big concert.
You have to pay for the venue?
You do have to pay.
Yeah, of course. And was like Mookie your best man?
No, but what was interesting is all of the people in the wedding had different names. We had the closer, we had the starter. Yeah, we had the bat boy, bat girl. We had about 200 people.
So isn't that a great idea, you guys?
Yeah, what?
We're
Jennifer's also a season ticket holder.
Yeah.
Jay, you want to get in on this action? Her brother Jay is here. They get to spend some quality time together on opening day.
Our tradition, we always go to opening day together.
What makes the Dodgers special to you, aside from obviously the fact that your sister did something that few people ever do?
Well, what makes it special to me is my sister is one of the biggest Dodger fans ever, and we always do, and she said opening day together, so it's family time with her. And the more games they have, hopefully they'll have going to the playoffs to win the championship again, so it'll be more family time with her.
Okay, so either one of you, which one of you do you think might be do a better, like a Joe Davis analysis? If you gave me like a 20-second preview of what the Dodgers season, what we're expecting as fans.
I'll try. Okay, Dodger fans, we're here for opening day. This is the start of the quest for the three-peat. We are excited to see what our team is going to do. Are we going to repeat with Shohei Otani, Mookie Betts, our first year without Clayton Kershaw? Let's tribute. Let's go Dodgers.
Wow, that was awesome. Wow. Kyle, that's better than I could do. I don't know about you, Marla. The Dodgers fans are loyal, right? And they know their team, and they love being out here at Dodger Stadium. I think, what did we say earlier, 4 million fans last year, the most ever in Major League Baseball?
Yeah, last year they crossed 4 million for the first time ever. And it just keeps on going up every year. It's quite remarkable. That was great.
That was really great.
By the way,
that's hard to do.
By the way, she's still married. She's still married. That was 4 years ago.
Yeah. And
I just checked.
Well, we certainly hope so.
Yeah, I didn't expect her
Yeah,
not to be.
No.
She probably
just
wouldn't be
double
so
checking,
happy talking
checking my
about it if
facts.
she wasn't married anymore. She probably wouldn't have shared the photos
I know,
with us.
exactly.
Yeah, come on,
I
Phil.
would do that. I would do that in a second.
Oh, I love that. I
but
want to
you
do
have-
it.
You
Married
obviously have
for
to
a
be
long
a
time?
major Dodgers fan to.
You've been married a long time.
I
Your
think about
second
almost-
time around, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Hey,
I don't think I'm not personally saying I'm anticipating any more. But if I was getting married, I would consider it.
Well, redo your nuptials.
Hey, listen, my wife and I have been married 3 times.
That's true, in 3 different countries.
Right.
Seriously?
We've never been divorced. A lot of people
Seriously?
say, oh, you got divorced? No. We just got married 3 different times in 3 different countries.
He's a hopeless romantic.
Yes, and I think getting married
Wow.
at Dodger Stadium would be phenomenal. That would be number 4 for us.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Of all people.
Well, there you
Yeah,
go.
you should.
If she's watching.
All right. Well, I have her info. You
Okay.
can run it down with her.
Okay, please. Can you?
The
You
three-peat
can
thing.
look into the cost of that.
You read Plaschke's column, I'm sure, the other day. Bill Plaschke, LA Times, is saying no to the three-peat, but all the baseball experts are saying the Dodgers are heavily favored. So
Well, they all.
Well,
figured.
but Platschke just wants to be a contrarian, right?
Yeah, of course. You
Yeah.
got to sell papers there, Phil.
I
or
guess,
subscriptions.
yeah.
I love.
guess.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Yeah,
But
and-
it doesn't surprise me that he
Hey,
writes
it's
that.
very difficult to win one.
Of course.
It's incredibly difficult to win 2 in a row. It's next to impossible to win 3. But if anyone can do it, the Dodgers can do it. All right, Phil, we're going to let you go for now.
Yeah.
We'll check back
All
with
right.
you. Remember,
Thank you.
sunscreen, hydrate, all that stuff, okay? Take care of yourself. All right,
Got it.
we'll check back. We're going to take a quick time out
Yep,
here.
2 minutes.
But coming up, we're going to be talking with Trent Rush,
Right.
our baseball guru here at Fox 11. He's going to be joining us. He's actually down at Angel Stadium, but we're going to talk about the Dodgers and what the prospects are for them. So stick around. We'll have Trent, and we'll have a lot more right here on the local stream right after this.
At the very least, you have to give us a hearing. You have to allow me to call witnesses on her defense. You have to let me cross-examine witnesses that staff put up. You can't just decide this on the paper and push it aside. I need to be able to see witnesses. She has a right to confront those witnesses. I have to be able to cross-examine people. We do not accept the facts as they are alleged by staff. And we've tried to do that in the best way we could at the last second. I'm not going to go.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to the Fox Local Stream. I'm Marla Tejas alongside Kyle Kraska here. We've got you covered for opening day, all things Dodgers. And you're an expert, and so is Trent Rush.
Yes, I'm an expert because I listen to Trent Rush.
Aha!
And let's bring him in right now. Trent is actually joining us from Angel Stadium down in Anaheim. And the Angels are not there. They're in Houston. But, of course, Trent does the broadcast, pregame and postgame shows and radio and all that stuff like that for them.
Okay.
That's why he's so knowledgeable. And we thought we'd invite him to come on and just chit-chat little Dodger baseball. By the way, before we get to that, Trent, how about Mike Trout with a home run on opening day?
Hey, the Angels are up 2-0 right now. Let's go. Let's see if the Halos can get it done. Trout homers. He's walked 3 times. I hope you can appreciate, Kyle Marla. I did take off my red tie for you guys. I knew we were going to be talking Dodgers.
That's right.
So I got the blue shirt off
Nice.
on. I took off the red tie.
Nice.
So I thought we'd be okay.
Okay, that's good. All right, fantastic. Well, all right, we've been talking about it all morning long, and it's all that fans want to talk about is the Dodgers on the verge here, not on the verge, but beginning this journey that they hope will end in a three-peat, which is obviously historic. Only a couple of franchises, the A's and Yankees, have ever done that. No National League team has ever three-peated. So this is a big deal. And Trey, you and I talk about it a lot, just the way that this team every offseason goes out and reloads, which they did again. And even though they've got some key players on the injured list to start the season, like Blake Snell, including others, I mean, they're so primed to go into the season as the ridiculous favorites. I think the odds are plus 230, like 2.5 to 1. It's insane, but the Dodgers certainly are the team to beat without question.
You know what I thought was pretty cool today? I saw the Dodgers kind of leaning into being the villains.
Yeah.
And they had that going on social media. They know what they are. They know the rest of the league hates them. And that's just totally fine with them. That they're going to go out. They're going to do their thing anyway. Yeah, they stock up everywhere. Look, we talk all the time. And it's hard to nitpick, but I think you have to because the expectation for the Dodgers year in and year out is to win a championship. So, Kyle, you and I talk about this all the time. Okay, what did the Dodgers need to do to get better? Well, they had flaws last year. I know they won the World Series. They couldn't have come any closer, by the way, to losing the World Series and still winning, as what happened. Mm-hmm. So they had to address some things. The bullpen was a mess. So they had to go. What they do? They went and got the best closer on the market. They got Edwin Diaz. They knew they needed another outfielder. What'd they do? They go and get Kyle Tucker. I mean, it's amazing what the Dodgers have done to continue to reload. And they got this core that we've all seen, and Los Angeles loves what, the Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Otani core has done. They're not getting any younger. There's probably going to be a time, and it might be soon, where that championship window of that core comes to a close. But the thing about what the Dodgers are doing is they are built to just keep adding and adding and adding, so a championship window really never closes with this organization.
They're like Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
Well, I know, Mookie Betts
Betts
and Freddie Freeman and Max Muncy, all 30-something now. They wish they were Benjamin Button, but it's a great point you bring up. Like, there was talk last year, Trent, with Mookie and his struggles. Now, he was great at shortstop, and you got to give him a lot of credit for the dedication he put into learning that position and becoming great at it.
Versatile.
But he struggled at the plate, and there was talk, and you and I talked about this, like, is this Mookie in a slump, or is this Mookie Betts just getting long in the tooth? And you have him, and like I said, all the others with Freddie and Max and everybody else. And you wonder, is this the window? And can those guys still be great this year? Or are we going to start seeing a drop-off? I mean, are we going to be talking in June about, hey, Freddie Freeman's only batting .230? What's going on there? What do you think about, can this team last this entire season with this core?
Yeah, that's all on the table. And let's also not forget that the Dodgers, the first half of last year, weren't that great. They weren't.
Right.
They were okay. They kind of hung around, and they knew to peak at the right time. That's why Snell starting the year on the IL is no big deal. Am I a little concerned that Roki Sasaki had a rough spring? Yeah, a little bit.
To say the least.
Because he's important because all these other guys we haven't seen Glasnow pitch very much over the last few years. Snell's always hurt. Like, you need these guys to be valuable for you, but you need them to be valuable for you in October. So when a guy like Pages comes in and makes an incredible catch like he made in the World Series last year, like, you need some of these younger homegrown guys to start stepping up a little bit. And yeah, I think you can look at a Betts and a Freeman and start to ask, okay, how much longer are they going to be at their peak or even serviceable? But Kyle, I thought you did a great job when you spoke with Andrew Friedman on Sports Wrap a couple of weeks ago, and you talked to him about, like, how are you going to address this? And the Dodgers are already doing that. Paez is one example. Dalton Rushing is another. Like, they're starting to incorporate that next wave. They're aware.
Another one.
Exactly. All these guys, they're all getting in the mix already.
You know, we showed the shot there of Eddie Paez, who came in as a defensive replacement.
That was such an awesome
and they made that great catch. But remember that Dave Roberts had to sit him down because he was so bad in the postseason. And this is where I want to give him credit. Like Marlon and I were talking earlier about Teoscar Hernandez, how he went into the offseason. He got himself healthy. He dropped a bunch of weight, and he worked all season long. He's moving back to left field, and he went nuts in spring training, right? He batted like .480, and he led the team in RBIs and home runs. Andy Paez did the same thing, went into the offseason. He knew the struggles. His plate discipline was not great, so he started working with that traject arm, which mimics major league pitchers, and he just worked on plate discipline and trying to, pick out his pitches, not swing at bad pitches, and he had a spectacular spring at the plate as well. So while you may have some drop-off with other players, you may also have guys like Andy Paez who suddenly comes to the table showing the kind of skills that we know he has somewhere. He just has to start putting them on display.
Man, I'd say, is that not the beauty of the Dodgers situation too with Andy Paez? Like, if Andy Paez is on any other team, you're freaking out about that. Right. You're trying to figure out what's the matter with this guy. We're counting on him. The Dodgers can bat him 8th and 9th, and they have all these other stars at the top. Right. Kind of bury him a little bit and let him work through it. And then when he gets his time, it doesn't feel forced. It becomes natural. Yeah. It's just a natural progression. I think that's such a good point you bring up. And yeah, I mean, look, we know Father Time is undefeated. The star players are going to get older. They're going to start to fall off, and the younger players are going to get better. That's what good organizations do. And the Dodgers have proven to be one of the best, if not the best, in baseball.
And we talk about what a class act that Shohei Otani is. And of course, I know you saw him gift bag everyone in the locker room today with the custom gift bags with the high-end Seiko watch.
$4,000 Seiko watches for everybody.
You get a watch.
Yeah,
get a watch.
From Shohei Otani with a tag on it that said, "Let's three-peat."
Shohei knows where my office is. He didn't make it to Angel Stadium. I don't know what happened. Let me show you. This is the beauty, by the way. Okay, hold on. I'm going to get this for you.
Are you in the men's room? Where are you?
No, I'm in my office. For all of the amazing things Otani has done, this is something for my Angel fans out there. Okay. This is him hitting into the triple play at Angel Stadium last year, which I got signed by the guys that were a part of that. No, I say that a little bit in jest because Otani has had so many amazing moments, and we love Shohei. And he's amazing. He's a unicorn. He's the greatest player this era has ever seen, and he may end up going down as the greatest player ever. Look, I got to tell you, I mean, if you were to take a stab at who's going to be the MVP this year, it'd be Otani getting a 5th. I mean, that's the conversation. He's that amazing, and now you think about the added protection he has and the more support. Yeah. You go and bring Kyle Tucker into the mix. It's like you just keep reloading. It's one after another. It just never stops with this Dodgers team. And it's incredible what Otani does, the heart and soul of all of it.
He's been taking his walks on base quite a bit. He swings and drives it down the right field side deep. It is gone. That's a home run for Tucker.
Sound up full. Here we go.
Yeah, sound up full. And by the way, it's now 3-0, top of the 9th, Angels.
But
I got distracted for a second. Nolan Shonowell, who everyone talks about has no power, just hit a home run. So that's pretty cool. It's a good start for the Halos. They're 3 outs away from a win on opening day.
And
it'd be great for Southern California, right? If the Angels and Dodgers both got wins to begin the season, it'd be perfect.
And the last time that the Angels won on opening day?
On the road.
13 years ago.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a minute. Trying to turn that around now.
The point I was going to make when we had the Kyle Tucker sound up full there was that you have the biggest payroll in baseball, and then you just go out there and you pay Kyle Tucker $60 million a year to come in.
Gosh.
And, I mean, to have those kind of deep pockets, to bring him on board and to have a guy like that, like you said, the protection he's going to provide to Shohei because he's going to come in and the lineup is out. Kyle Tucker bats second behind Shohei tonight. Mookie Betts drops to 3rd, Freddie Freeman 4th, and Will Smith 5th. It's funny, Teoscar Hernandez, we just talked about, had the greatest spring of any Dodger.
He's 7th.
And he's batting 7th. Gotta love that.
It's amazing. It's just an embarrassment of riches. Okay, I'm going to throw a little curveball here as to kind of the way people are viewing this Dodgers offseason. Mm-hmm. I actually think it would have been irresponsible for the Dodgers not to go get Kyle Tucker, not to go get Edwin Diaz. They knew they had issues. Like, again, the expectation is for this organization to win the championship every single year. So when you know you have outfield problems, they had an outfield hole basically the entire season last year, and they had to go fix it, and they did. I mean, 2 years ago, everyone was hoping Michael Conforto was going to be that answer, and it just never really worked out. And God bless Kike Hernandez. We all love him, but, I mean, when you can go and bring in Kyle Tucker, that's a game changer for you. The bullpen was a disaster in the playoffs. Like, that's the amazing thing. The Dodgers won the World Series with a horrific bullpen, and somehow Roki Sasaki bailed them out. And then you go bring in Mr. Chumprit and going to get Edwin Diaz. It's just a game changer for them, and you feel so good at the end of games now.
Yeah, you know, you talk about responsibility, and I was thinking about this, and I was thinking about you because you saw Shohei Otani up close and personal for 6 seasons when he was there with the Angels. And, you know, everybody talks about how much the Dodgers spend. And what did they do? They went out and got Shohei Otani, and they paid him $70 million a year, right? 10 years, $700 million. He gets $2 million, $68 million is deferred. And what did they do with that? They marketed him in such a way that they are able to make $200 million in revenue after bringing on Shohei. $200 million in revenue the Dodgers make on Shohei Otani. Now, the responsibility, I say, is the Angels had him. They had him for 6 years. How were they not able to market Shohei in such a way that it would be a windfall? It's not that they're paying Shohei. Shohei's paying them with the amount of money
ROI.
he makes. The ROI is off the chart.
Yeah.
So the Angels had him and could have done exactly that and did not. And what that did is, of course, then Yoshinobu saw Shohei with the Dodgers. He wanted to be able to play for the Dodgers. Roki Sasaki saw Yoshi and Shohei, so he wanted to play for the Dodgers. This could have been the Angels, but they just, I don't know. All of the marketing people with the Dodgers, I hope they all have tremendous raises because what they did with Shohei and the money that they've brought in from him is ridiculous.
Yeah, you know, Kyle, I mean, to be honest, I don't know how fair that is to say about the Angels. And hear me out for a second, because so first of all, the Angels did very well on Otani, and they could have gotten to a certain point, and you just kind of kept thinking that there was always going to be that number that whatever any other team came up with, the Dodgers were going to beat it, and they had the ability to do so. And I give them a lot of credit for taking Otani to another stratosphere. But there is something about some of the legacy franchises in Major League Baseball. The Dodgers are one of them, the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Cubs. There's a few organizations in the sport that get the opportunity to, because of what they have had built in, the long success of just kind of being the marquee brand in the game. I mean, look, it's been the Dodgers in the West and the Yankees in the East forever. So I think that there is something about, you know, the international appeal of that. And again, Otani has been fortunate, and the Dodgers have been fortunate to since he's been there, he's reached great heights. It was really good with the Angels too. And it's just now he's in a place where he's been able to be a part of teams that have more support around him, and they were able to win championships. And every championship they win, every game they win, that ROI is going to get even bigger and bigger. And he's the greatest ROI athlete in the history of sports.
6 seasons with the Angels, they never went to the playoffs.
Yeah, no, trust me. Hey, I was here for all of them. I know.
Trent knows. Trent, we know that you got to run. It's almost 4 o'clock.
He's got a day job.
You do have a day job.
Moonlighting with us.
We appreciate you and your analysis so much. Trent Rush,
always, buddy.
down there at Angel Stadium.
Appreciate you, pal. Thank you.
Appreciate it, Marla. Kyle, thank you so much.
All right, enjoy your time there, all by himself over at Angel Stadium.
I know, because they're
very again. The Angels are not playing there today. They're in Houston.
Yeah. And by the way, top of the 9th, and it's 3-0.
Nice.
Angels.
Opening day shutout. Let's go.
All right. We're going to take a 2-minute break, and then our coverage of opening day continues. Stay with us.
And as promised, on the 2-minute mark, we are back and we are streaming with you. It's so great to have you with us as we get you ready for Dodgers opening day tonight against the Arizona Diamondbacks at Dodger Stadium. She's Marla Tejas. I'm Kyle Kraska. Matthew Seedorf has a great gig. You know why? He's one of our great news reporters. Yep. He's incredibly flexible and he just has great talent. He always gets the opportunity to also cross over and do sports events. He was with me in Toronto as we watched the Dodgers win the World Series there. And here we are on opening day, and he's right in the middle of it at Dodger Stadium on the concourse with fans. Seriously, Matthew, you've got one of the best gigs in television. You just do.
You know, Kyle, I agree. So thank you so much. And I feel the energy because this is a holiday. This is opening day. And I always look forward to this day. And what better place to be than Dodger Stadium? How are we feeling?
Dodgers in 7, baby! Dodgers in 7!
We get 3 in a row. So this is the back of the line for the team store. And people are waiting forever just to get in to buy the merchandise. James will follow me. So this is the line. We're going to go to the team store over here. Oh, get that pregame energy flowing.
Oh, boy.
And look at this. It wraps all the way down over here. So people are waiting 30 minutes just to get inside.
Oh, my gosh.
If you look, they're drinking beers in line. They're trying to make time pass. How long have you been in line here?
Like 30 minutes. 30 minutes. But you know what? We got here at 1 in the line, and then we got to the top deck like around 1:30. We're waiting there until 2:30, so an hour.
So you had to get here. You had to soak it all up.
Yeah, of course. Now we just got time to kill, so we're trying to see what we do while we wait for first pitch.
What are you guys trying to get in the team store?
The Born and Raised merch. Okay. Yeah, she wants to get a Kershaw shirt.
Kershaw? Here we go.
I got it in my hat.
All right. We're getting a 3-peat?
3-peat. Let's go.
There we go. We're feeling good about it. I don't want you to lose your spot in line here. But it's a hot one out here. I think people are trying to soak it all up, getting here early. I'm hearing from people that come every opening day. We also heard from some person that went to the last 2 opening days, so she felt like she had to be here tonight, obviously trying to keep that good luck going, that good mojo. And I'm thinking back to October. So the last time I was at Dodger Stadium, it was after Game 5 of the World Series. The Dodgers lost. We're going to Toronto, and you think of the vibes at that moment. And now we're here talking about a 3-peat, right? Yeah. We didn't think that was possible at the time. It didn't feel like it was going to happen in Toronto. And then everything went the Dodgers' way, and here we are, opening day, and we're talking about ring ceremonies tomorrow, and Yamamoto on the mound tonight, World Series MVP, and we're talking about a 3-peat. So we're all excited. Again, this is a holiday. I'll go ahead and send it back to you.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about carrying the momentum from the fall into now that we're officially in spring, Dodgers baseball. You have the assignment of the day, of course. I mean, 1 minute you're breaking news for us, serious, intrepid news reporter, and to Kyle's point, next minute you're crowd surfing.
You know, we could possibly do some crowd surfing tonight. Maybe not, I don't know. It's a little early. I think you got to save that for the big moments. But you know, I live for these moments, and baseball to me is the best. You guys know I played in college, so I've been watching all the games today on my phone, listening on the radio, and then what better place to be than Dodger Stadium tonight with all the Dodger fans for opening day.
Matthew, there is so much talk about the 3-peat, and then we were talking about Bill Plaschke, of course, legendary sports writer for the LA Times. He's taking the other stand saying that it's not going to happen. It's hard to do, to say the least. Just as a baseball fan and player, your thoughts?
I mean, it's the hardest thing to do in sports, you could argue. It hasn't been done since 2000 with the Yankees. But if there's a team that can do it, you got to say it's the Dodgers. I want to show you, James will show you the back-to-back shirt that they've got over here. I think this is really cool. You can see it in the team store right here. And you could think maybe next year we'll see back-to-back shirts out here. So the vibes are good, and I think a lot of people are feeling optimistic. And now we've got the band coming in with the drums. Again, just that opening day feeling. Nice. Excited to be back. People are excited to be back. Here at Dodger Stadium.
Feeling the beat. I love
can't
it.
dance, by the way.
You know, Matthew, if you can hear me over those drums, I think back to Toronto when we were at Game 7 together, and the Dodgers' backs obviously against the wall, and for them to pull out what they did and to see that stadium there, the Rogers Center, all of the fans go silent. Miggy Rowe was telling me when he hit the home run, it got so quiet in the stadium that he could hear his own footsteps going around the bases, which I thought was hysterical. But you go from that atmosphere and the heartbreak, right? That's what sports is all about. On one side, you have heartbreak. On the other side, you have jubilation. And now you're there to see these fans. And it doesn't seem like people there are getting tired of winning. Sometimes winning makes you complacent, but these fans at Dodger Stadium, what we've seen all day long, they are so amped about what this team has done and what they did in the offseason and what they could potentially do this season. I mean, the atmosphere is it feels electric.
Yeah, it is electric. And you talk about that moment. I think I had goosebumps when you were talking about the Rogers Center, Miguel Rojas hitting that home run. It felt so unlikely in that moment. 2 outs left, right? And then you think back to Game 6, the line drive that lands right in the wall and allows the Dodgers to score those runs. So I think, everything kind of worked in their favor, and it feels like that momentum carried over into the offseason with the additions that they made, Edwin Diaz, Kyle Tucker. And I'm curious, are they going to play the trumpets tonight if Edwin Diaz gets in the game? I don't know. I mean, I want to see that.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Oh, yeah. Narco, I hope so, because I always thought he had the best entrance, probably since Trevor Hoffman came into Hell's Bells. I thought he had the best entrance. So, yes, I hope that there's a trumpet player out there, and I hope he comes into the 9th inning and shuts the door. That would be awesome.
How we feeling, everyone? Hey, here we go. It's opening day. Hey, we gotta be better. We gotta be better.
Matthew, you're hired.
Yeah.
You are hired. You are the official cheerleader. We love it. All right, we're going to let you go. Enjoy it. Matthew, we'll check back with you later.
Let's check in with our other party reporter today, and that is Haley Winslow. She's out there at Highland Park Brewery. And what you doing, Haley? Are you sitting on the bar?
I'm trying to get this crowd to wake up. They, I think, had a little too many wings and beer earlier. They all fell asleep. Do we have any Dodgers fans in the house?
This is the Yamamoto special.
Oh, Marla, you woke him up.
Let's go Dodgers! Let's go Dodgers! Let's go Dodgers! Let's go Dodgers!
Are you going to the game?
It depends. I got an hour left.
You got an hour left. Okay. I've met 3 people who've called in sick to work today, so we're going to keep
That's
you
it?
back to the camera.
That's it, Haley?
Yeah.
Well,
three that admitted it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, right. By the way, Kyle, this is the whole outfit. You wanted to see it, and it's
Where did you get that?
I'm like Carrie Underwood.
Fantastic.
I'm changing every 30 minutes.
Okay.
This was from Bill Murray himself, actually.
I got to get one of those.
Crazy pants contest.
I will totally wear that. I love it. That's awesome.
Is it really from Bill Murray?
Actually, you can totally borrow mine. It is. It's from the man himself. I won a crazy pants contest. Who's the biggest Dodger fan in the bar right now? Okay.
Right here, my man.
Haley, it looks like a lot of people have made their way across the street to the stadium because the game is getting underway in what?
2:30 and they're all
about 90
out.
minutes. It's going to be first pitch.
Okay, what's your name?
Abraham.
Abraham. I met you in the bathroom, Abraham.
Yes,
oh my gosh. We go way back. Okay, tell me what makes you such a big Dodger?
Because.
Oh my God, I gave you that baseball. That's from my dog, actually. You can thank Mumford for that.
Oh.
He's clearly like holding on to it. This is like what's that movie with what's her name?
No,
the baseball.
The rookie?
No, it's okay. We'll figure it out. The blonde chick with the thing with the hair, she has the gel in her hair.
Something about Mary?
Yes, something about Mary. Thank you. Okay. Anyway, Abraham, tell me what makes you a big Dodger.
I born in LA, raised in LA, and go Dodgers.
Okay. What is your who's your favorite player?
At the moment, maybe Freddie Freeman.
Okay. What do you think about Kyle Tucker? You think he's got what it takes?
Kyle Tucker. To be honest, I didn't hear about him till he started the game, and so.
Okay, Kyle, you got to step up to the plate.
Sorry.
Tampa man, come on, Florida man, step it up.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what Freddie Freeman is known for outside of baseball?
His philanthropic work.
Well, that too, but also how about his dance moves?
I'm not a big dancer. Sorry.
All right, Haley, we're gonna let you go here. We need to take a little time out.
Can you do it as we leave?
So enjoy your time. Enjoy the game. Coming up 90 minutes away from first pitch.
Yep, at 5:30.
Dodgers and Diamondbacks.
All right, we will take a quick 2-minute break here on the Fox Local Stream, and our coverage will continue in just a minute or two.
It's a quick 2 minutes.
It's amazing how quickly that goes, right?
I like how fast the quick breaks. And we're back here on Fox Local. We're streaming with you, Marla Tejas, Kyle Kraska. We are getting ready for opening night for the Dodgers tonight against the Arizona Diamondbacks, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. By the way, he becomes the 5th pitcher in the last 50 years to throw the final pitch in the World Series
and then
throw the first pitch of the new season.
Oh, wow.
So that's pretty cool.
For you.
You talk about a workhorse, right? We talked about that all last season, how he was pitching and won 3 games, one of the few pitchers in baseball history that won 3 games in the World Series.
The Dodgers are so stacked on the mound and beyond. We're about 75 minutes away from that first pitch out in the front of Dodger Stadium, literally welcoming people into the stadium tonight is Phil Schumann.
That's
making all sorts of friends.
It's like a Walmart greeter.
You really are. He literally says, come on in.
The Dodgers ambassador, look at that. The traffic is here, but these folks have walked in. Come on over here, some of my new best friends. Tell me, have you guys been to opening day before?
My first time.
Your first time?
Yeah.
Pretty exciting.
I'm excited, super excited, yeah.
What about you?
I've been here before.
Yeah, what can you tell your young friend here?
Any tips?
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
Because it's a Dodger day.
It's the Dodgers.
It's a Dodger day.
Who would you say the biggest Dodger fan is in this group here?
Right here, baby.
Right here?
Right there, John.
All right, so
opening day 20 years in a row.
Really?
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
sir.
Really?
So, what makes the Dodgers special to you? I think I might know the answer, but
God, I've been following since I was a little kid. My dad brought us here when I was about 5 years old, and we maintained the tradition.
so the chances of a three-peat, what do you think?
100%. Very high.
100%.
100%.
All right, Kyle, Marla, you heard it here, 100% three-peat. We'll let you guys get on in there.
That's right.
Where are your seats?
Loge. I don't know where though,
All right,
but
make sure
Loge.
you behave, all right? We'll be
Always.
watching.
Always.
All right.
I love
Kind of
it,
a party
Phil.
before the game out here on Vince Scully Ave.
Yeah, the dichotomy between first opening day to 20th in a row. I mean,
Yeah.
I know you've seen a lot of stories like that today on both sides of the spectrum.
Hey, there he is.
Yeah, and actually, we were talking. Yeah, Some people it's their first time. Some people 20. And then I actually saw one person in a D-back shirt. But look at this. It's like you got tickets. You got tickets to opening day. I mean, if I get tickets to opening day, I would be here like at 1 o'clock.
I agree.
Like 4 hours early.
I agree. You get in early.
You know what I'm saying?
The gates
Just
open
to beat the traffic. I mean,
you don't want to deal with a headache.
You go watch batting practice. You know that's
fun.
That's a rookie mistake when you show up and you're
But
one of these cars stuck in traffic. You got to get there early,
right?
And maybe soak it all in.
Yeah.
I mean, you're paying $400
maybe not
for your
everybody
ticket.
has, yeah, may not have the ability to leave work early. Not sure what the situation is, but we've done stories the past couple of years on that gondola. I don't think that's ever going to actually happen, but that might be an interesting way to get into the park in the future. Sitting in this traffic, man, it's kind of a buzzkill before you get inside, and then leaving. That's a whole other situation, right? But anyway, that's not really the point. The point is everybody's here. Pretty fired up for opening day. I haven't checked within the past hour or so, but earlier today there were like $150 reserve seats left, way up in the outfield seats.
Yeah, I haven't looked that up, but I should.
Watching this and still wants to zip out here.
Yeah, it is the most expensive
cooling
opening
down.
day ticket ever.
It's going to be a beautiful night. Yeah.
What's that music?
What's this one right here? Look at this car. This car's tricked out with a. Look at the hood. Can you see it, Frank? Where'd you get this? Where'd you get that wrap?
Nice.
Just buy online.
Your own line?
Simple.
Yeah.
What is it?
What is called? Rey Michoacán, something like that. Yeah.
All right, show it. Let's take a look at it. It's very cool looking.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Is he going to do the rest of the
His
car?
own line, but he wasn't sure the name of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's just the hood. Just the hood.
Yeah,
and
but
a
you got to
couple
do the whole
of Dodgers.
car.
A couple of
You got to
Dodgers.
do the whole
pennants
thing.
there. Yeah.
So I'm looking up tickets here,
Looked like
right?
It was removable.
And the average, I
Watch
know
your back, Frank.
the average I think was about 330 overall. Right now there are plenty left, but we're talking
no $150.
No, we're talking 393, 528, 2,770.
Yeah, but that's right
behind home plate. Right, of course. I mean, you get what you pay for.
Hey Phil, we're going to buy those tickets
Who's
for
here
you right now.
Opening day for the first time.
Go sit there.
Yeah. I don't have it. Come on over here. This is your first time at opening day? This young lady?
Yes. Got the rookie Sasaki jersey.
What are you feeling? What do you think about it?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
First time.
You haven't been to one before.
That's a good question. Why?
We're here now.
You're here now.
That's right. Don't question us.
We've been doing this year over year. We grew up in LA.
You grew up in LA. So, when I'm talking to people earlier about what makes the Dodgers special, I'm curious to see what you think.
I don't know, man. I think everything about it, just the culture, you know what I mean, the history. I think the
players,
fans, the players, I think.
You have an all-time favorite?
Oh man, there's a lot. There's a lot of I want to maybe Raul Mondesi back in the day.
Wow, that's a name from the past. I don't think many people would pull that name up.
Yeah. So I have a lot of players I like from back in the day.
Number 11.
Sasaki.
Got a little Sasaki going on.
Yes.
All right, man. Have fun in there.
Thank you.
Explain it all to her when you get
All right, so the cheapest tickets are $246, and that's upper deck.
You're good.
You interested?
And Phil, that number 11. Remember where that 11 came from? Remember Sasaki got it from Miguel Rojas.
Oh, and then there was like a gift exchange.
Well, no, I think that was when Kike.
That was Shohei.
Yeah.
Well,
but Miguel.
I don't know the 11 story, but
Miguel gave up his number, and maybe got paid forward. Maybe the good good vibes.
Juju, right?
Right, the good vibes. Miguel ends up being the World Series hero.
There you go.
Right. So maybe that.
Did you see on social today the gift that? Shohei gave everybody?
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Yeah,
Were you
the
guys talking about
high-end
that?
Seiko watch,
Cool.
$4,000.
Not only that, but Dave Roberts gifted everybody a bottle of whiskey, Traveler whiskey, which is the
right. I read that.
That's the project he's on.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Chris Stapleton.
Well, that was his album. Yeah, but isn't I thought he was in the wine business. Doesn't he co-own a wine like a
Dave Roberts?
winery?
Yeah, he has his own vineyards.
He does. It's called Red Stitch, which is a great name for a winery.
Right.
Red Stitch, like the stitches on a baseball.
It is a great
name. Yeah, it makes a great Pinot Noir.
You would have thought he would have, then given him a bottle of wine. But
yeah, but he.
Still, Dodgers fans coming in. Where do you park when you walk up the hill there like that?
What's that?
Where do you park?
Oh, you Uber.
Oh, you Uber. Where do they drop you off?
That's a pro.
Right here at the light, and then you just walk.
Yep. I don't think that's official. That's not the official drop-off spot. I don't want to break it. I don't know how to break this to you, man, but this is the Dodgers game.
It's all right. Dodgers fans are Raiders fans.
Good comeback.
I guess there's a certain loyalty there. Dodgers fans, Raiders fans. Yeah. Personally, I wish the Raiders had stayed in, in LA. But
you and a lot of other people as well.
Yeah.
Well, Phil, are you going into the game? What's your plan, Phil? What's your plan?
My plan is to. I do not have a credential. I'm thinking about just buying the ticket.
What's your?
And if not, what I'm going to do. Go ahead.
No, what shift are you working today?
Oh, I've been here since about 10:30.
Okay.
He's
so
done.
we did all these streaming hits.
So Marla's got her credit card.
We're going to be live. No.
Marla's got her credit card.
We're going to be live on Fox 11 at 5.
She's buying you the $2,700 ticket right behind home plate.
That's right.
So go pick it up at
I love you, Phil.
That is so nice of her. I may actually go home and I set the
DVR.
YouTube TV record thing because there's a lot of ceremonies before the game that are fun to watch, and I'd love to see Clayton in a suit.
We did.
Commenting
we saw him down
on
there.
Baseball in the booth.
He's
I know.
almost
I saw
unrecognizable.
He looks good. He looks good.
Yeah, I was wondering if he was going to wear like suit pants and then the blue cutoff sleeve T-shirt.
Right.
That's
that
like
would have been good.
his trademark.
Right. Maybe he does have it under his jacket.
How you doing? You're fired up.
Enjoy the game.
People are happy. People are happy. Marley, Kyle gets to cover sports most of the time. When you're out covering news in general, not happy times.
Yeah.
No.
So it's great.
You don't get to do
it's
a
great
lot
to
of
see
this.
people here with
Different
big
vibe.
smiles on their faces.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
vibe.
It's great to see people with smiles on their faces and fired up.
Yeah.
It's a reason I cover sports for a living.
Yeah.
And especially here in LA, it's all
my very first job was a sportscaster, and then I segued into news because for some reason I thought it was more socially redeeming or something, but
three-peat, baby.
Maybe it might have been a mistake.
I think you did just fine, Phil.
Pat Riley is ringing up money every time someone walks by you and says three-peat. Isn't that great?
Oh, that's true.
Three-peat, I know.
Yeah.
Were you by the way, did you watch that Riley statue ceremony?
Yeah,
that was
of course.
fantastic.
Yeah, it was. And
It's
a good statue.
At the crypto a while back, all those stars.
It's a good statue with those baggy slacks he used to wear.
You compared them, you said the Dodgers or the Lakers.
Yeah, the Dodgers have
And
become the Lakers
Showtime
of baseball with their global
I agree.
appeal.
Yeah.
But Showtime with the
What's
Lakers
up, man?
and Showtime with the Dodgers.
Fernando.
What's up?
I love it.
Yes, sir.
Looking good. What are we thinking about this season?
Three-peat. Easy.
Three-peat, yeah.
Let's
There you
go.
Pat
But
Riley.
you now have to pay Pat Riley $1.
No, not at all.
You know why I'm saying that?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you do.
I do.
All right, man. Have
It's
fun
all
in
right.
there.
Hey.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too.
All right.
Awesome.
Hi.
Why they being so disciplined?
Why what?
Why they being so disciplined?
The police?
I want to know. Yes.
Well,
Why the
Normally we're
police being so
party in
disciplined?
the parking lot.
Well, look it over here. Show them the setup here. I mean, it's.
You should be posting that.
Oh, sorry. It's very well done here. I have to say, for
that's
50,000 plus people coming and going in multiple directions and at all hours and.
It looks
you
like
know,
that before
traffic,
every
pedestrians.
game. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
At that intersection.
Yeah.
Been there many times.
Wish you were here.
Yeah, same. Same. I'm very sad, but enjoy it.
When do you take the baby to her first sporting event?
Yeah. Well, Phil, we hope you get in to enjoy the game. If not, enjoy it at home on your couch, and
right.
go Dodgers.
You got it. Thank
right,
you.
bud.
Good to
All right,
talk
Phil.
to you.
Great as always.
Mm-hmm.
You know the
Final thoughts, Kyle?
Well, what do we got here? We got about 4 minutes. I want to share this story. I was doing some reading about the Dodgers, and we were talking earlier about how they've monetized Shohei Otani.
Right.
And one thing, we watch the games, we watch the Dodger games, and you get to see Shohei Otani when he comes up the plate or when he's pitching. Major League Baseball has sold the broadcast rights to a company in Japan called Dentsu for $60 million a year. And then that company in Japan distributes those rights, sub-licenses those rights to many different cable outlets, TV outlets. Well, what they then do, and because of that $60 million deal, they have the exclusive rights to Shohei Otani. They've set up all these cameras at Dodger Stadium that point basically at Shohei Otani. There's cameras in the dugout.
No matter where he is.
There's cameras in the dugout, there's cameras in the on-deck circle, there's cameras everywhere. And there are cameras dedicated to where everywhere Shohei Otani goes, the camera is on him, the entire game. And in Japan, they show the game, but they also show the Shohei cam.
Oh my God.
So you can literally watch Shohei the entire game.
Wow.
And because Shohei is on camera all the time in Japan, then the Dodgers sell advertising behind Shohei in all of those spots.
Oh my God.
So if you look at the railing and the dugout, you look behind him on the on-deck
Right.
circle, when he's pitching, when he's at bat, and they sell this advertising for a remarkable amount of money. So we talked about how they monetize Shohei.
Gosh.
You think you see Shohei a lot here when you watch the game on, say, Spectrum, or tonight it's on NBC. When you're watching in Japan, you see Shohei all the time. And the other thing I was thinking about is that it's not only amazing how much money they're making off that and paying his salary, $70 million a year, but can you imagine the pressure that is for Shohei? Yeah. Shohei knows that in Japan, where he is God, that he is on camera
all the time.
Like that Truman, was it called The Truman Show, that movie? That's Shohei Otani on
Or
a daily basis.
It's like Jackie and Shadow. The Eagle Cam, always on him.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. They get.
But that's nuts, right?
It's wild. It's wild.
Can you imagine being Shohei Otani?
Pressure is a privilege.
I guess it is, but I just can't imagine.
It's a blessing and a curse all at once.
Everywhere you go, Shohei Otani.
That's the price you pay when you're that good at something.
He is they're printing money on Shohei Otani. What he means, not only to the Dodgers, not only what he does as a baseball player, obviously, with his hitting and his pitching, but the amount of money that the Dodgers have been able to make off Shohei and what Major League Baseball makes. So I bring this full circle, how we were talking way earlier this morning about, are the Dodgers ruining baseball? Baseball is making so much money on the Dodgers and specifically on Shohei Otani. They would be so stupid and it would be so ridiculous for them to lock out the players in December.
And let's just end on the note that despite all of that, or in spite, whatever it is, he is so humble and such a class act.
Absolutely. Great teammate.
Yep.
Yeah. $4,000 watches.
Amazing.
For everybody.
Yeah, he's Santa Claus there in the Dodgers dugout.
It's pretty cool.
Locker room. All right, that is it for our special coverage of opening day here on the Fox Local Stream. Martin Lateas, Kyle Kraska, thanks so much for being with us. You'll see us back here at 5 o'clock.
Is going on with the conflict in Iran. A live look right now there in Washington, D.C. at the White House, as it was down again today, but some comments from the president sparked the futures to surge this afternoon. All right, I'm Andy Mack. We're back after that. All right, welcome back in here to Live Now from Fox. I am Andy Mack. Before President Trump said he would extend or delay a threatened strike on Iran's energy infrastructure and also extend the deadline for Tehran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, it was a rocky start to the day for the markets as stocks fell sharply, oil prices rose, and this was the look at it as the S&P 500 slumped 1.7% for the worst day since January, and is back on track for a fifth straight losing weeks. But obviously, as the market closed, still down some 500 or so points. That was when President Trump sent out this post on social media saying that, per the Iranian government request, he's saying, I'm pausing the period of energy plant destruction to 10 days to Monday, April 6, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So extending that ultimatum to reopen without threat as negotiations continue on between the new nations amid this conflict in Iran. Let's be joined right now by economic strategist, friend of the program, Dan Veroni. Dan, thank you so much for joining us. Obviously, it was a tough day to start all in the red, and we talked about volatility and uncertainty so much. What do you make of what we saw this morning?
So essentially what happened is we started the day off, always look at the bond market. The bond market will tell you where things are going. When you look at the 5-year and especially the 10-year, and you saw the 10-year going up, people like myself started to worry about things like mortgage rates, interest rates. The Federal Reserve, instead of maintaining the current rates, increasing the current rates. I was worried about current freezes in currencies and so on and so forth. But as the day went on, I started to get a little bit more confident that things were going to turn around. When the president made that statement, the market started to turn a bit. And now that we're in after hours looking at Dow futures, they're in the green, up 150. So more promising at the end of the day than it was absolutely at the start of the day.
How much are investors hanging on those Truth Social posts from the president because investors seemingly do not want to see this because with oil prices on the rise, that impacts everything else. How much are they hanging on every syllable, every letter the president puts out?
You know, let's first start by saying, Andy, this is the way things go. The markets hate uncertainty. And since the conflict in Iran has begun, there's been uncertainty day after day. And again, I'll tell you that we need to pay close attention to the bond markets right now. I'm not sure the bond markets necessarily believe what they're hearing, but the stock traders and the investors do believe it, and they're relieved. So I think that over the long term, meaning if we get to a week or 10 days or 2 weeks and things have stabilized,